Got Hornet flying after me. Get out of here.
Don't come near us. Get away from us. It's on your head.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Connor O'Reilly with Team Latitude 64, OTB Discs, Lucky Ace Discs on your card, and ThrowJoes. And today we have a very special guest, Mr. Cole Redalen. Shout out your sponsors for us, Cole.
I got DGA, Pound Disc Golf, Oregon Sports and Family Chiropractic, Eagles Wings Disc Golf, and OTB Discs.
Cole shot off a 15 down, tied the course record last weekend during the final round. Made a push off, what, the third card and almost fifth card, and almost came and contended for the win, just showing some of the amazing arm talent that Cole has in his arsenal. And how has your first full year really immersing in the tour been for you?
It feels great. I feel like the last couple of years have been a lot of stepping stones with mom on the road and then getting the RV, but this year has been really good. I feel like I worked really hard on my game this last off season, so I'm just excited to keep pushing for those wins and work harder in the off season. So,
is there any one part of your game that you're particularly kind of working on right now, or that you worked on in the off season?
The putting's always been a big struggle, but I'm always adjusting and fine tuning, and it's actually become a lot better over the last few years. And then yeah, just again like the forehand as well, incorporating the forehand a little bit more in the game too.
Awesome. Well, yesterday was the 4th of July. Cole was down enjoying himself. I got to see one look at the course, so I at least know the layout. I'll walk you guys through hole one, and then Cole will do the evens for us. So we're here on the first, par 4, 575 feet, I believe. This one really baits you to go for it, especially if the wind is not what today's wind is. We kind of have a strong right to left coming off the head a little bit, so it's gonna discourage some of those eagle plays, but you still want to smash a drive down to that wood chip landing zone on the left. Give yourself a long putt or a short chip up. A lot of score separation is going to be available on this one. We'll see 2s, we'll see 8s probably. So yeah. I like a starting hole. Yeah, that makes you commit, yeah. You know? For sure. All right, I'm gonna take my stable rive here, and we're just gonna send it. Try to make sure to get it inbounds. Like I mentioned, tricky right to left wind. First big rip of the day. Holy. Am I going for the green, Cole? Wait. Oh my God, I like that disc. Well.
Shoot, all right.
Yeah, it's a little windy out there, y'all.
All right, well, based off of Connor's beautiful first drive of the day, I'm gonna go with my first flight hypercane, put it on a little bit more hyzer for us. That was awful, but at least I'll be in bounds.
I scared him.
Wow, that was really bad. I'm gonna throw one more.
Yeah, let's throw 2 off the top. You know what?
Now that I know how far it is, I got a little bit more of a better judgment for it. Take a little more stable of the disc right at the basket.
Yeah, we'll play cowboy start, 2 off the top. We didn't throw any actual drives.
There, that's a good one.
That looks great.
Yeah. All right, there we go. Push, push, push.
Oh my God, I hit the freaking telephone wire.
You hit it?
I'm good at that on the channel, apparently. It's like the 3rd time this year. What? I did that somewhere else. I did that at Shelton Springs, hole 3.
I have a funny story at DDO last year on the side of hole 1, those power lines on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Playing with Ty, and I'm going for the eagle. We're playing like a cash round, and I drill this like little piece of metal on like, I don't know what it's called, but like one of the poles just had a bunch of wiring going on.
Yeah.
I hit it and it broke and fell off. And we got called off the course for like weather and whatever. So we went over to Hammond. While we're playing Hammond, this electricity vehicle car comes over to the pole and raises up its ladder. I'm like, I think I took someone's power out with a destroyer.
If you thought Cole threw far, that just proves it. He throws hard enough to shut down your power, y'all.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw from here just in case I am here. I'm definitely not gonna push that OB. I'm gonna go left of the trees here. Just because it's such a weird angle. Is that OB? Maybe. We'll see.
I couldn't see from here.
All right, might be a putt.
Got about a $180 in. I'm gonna go the soft little sake bomb slammer. This one's touchy. Yeah, checked off the top, but that's gonna be a long putt. Back up at the out of bounds.
All right, so on my second shot, you definitely want to be looking at the basket on this island here, because as you saw with Connor's, it kind of skipped a little deep. So if you can be like 90 to 100 feet away and give yourself a little jump putt to either pitch under it or give it a light run, that's definitely ideal.
Yeah, without coming in with the putt, it's gonna be so hard to land on top and stay up top here.
Yeah, I like that play.
Yeah, I think if it's windier like it was on that tee shot, I'm gonna stable up and just hit it flat and have something I can trust.
Yeah, even maybe like a slower disc, so get a little less swirly. Just throw it harder. All right, save the bird. Oh,
Ooh.
Branch's fault.
All right, just outside the circle for the Cowboy start birdie. Hey, there it is.
I mean, depending on the wind, it might not be super bad either. Like, try to crush it back here in this green grass. And then, like, if you hit some trees or something, maybe you could have an eagle putt. But it's really important just to not take a big number on the first one and set yourself up for a good day. So,
yeah, I think like final round though, or if we have a strong tail, I don't hate just blasting something, and taking what you get.
yeah. Oh,
Oh,
that's all right. Got my birdie.
ooh, someone left their XO.
You sure it's not yours?
Yeah, hole one, it's gonna be a good starter. It's gonna force you to really play some commitment if you want a birdie. And even the safe par play is gonna take some good, accurate shots. So no real easy way to do this one. You just gotta play it aggressive and take what you get.
Yeah. I think it's important on holes that are hard to get a par, just as hard as it is to get a birdie, to definitely go for the birdie.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're here at hole 2. It looks pretty short of a hole. This is my first view of the course, but we got about 204 feet right off the tee to a mound green and a little tight gap with these 2 posts. I think this gap will definitely get into some players' heads, especially when you're trying to come in with good speed to this green, especially with the mound. You want to make sure you don't push it too deep or too short. You want to leave yourself with an easy putt, as if the wind gets really high up there, then you're definitely scared with a long putt. So yeah, I think the goal here is just gonna be putting a putter right down the middle with some good pace on it and taking a birdie. I just played this like hole 17 last week. Yeah, I mean, that's probably on the island, so anything on the island probably won't be that bad. You definitely want to leave yourself with a close putt though.
I threw a bunch here yesterday, backhand, forehand, couldn't really figure out what I wanted, but I think the way this tee box slants a little uphill, I ended up liking the forehand, I think, here, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go glow harp. A little juiced, but hopefully it's inside the rocks. We'll see.
I kind of like that play too. Like if you went forehand over the logs here and
I
just
was
kind
thinking that too, yeah.
of let it die right on top of the basket. We'll throw one more backhand, but I like that play too. There, that's money.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw one backhand too, just for experiments.
Yeah, that's good.
We got options. This
Yep.
course is full of them. Just a matter of hitting the gaps.
I'm definitely a backhand dominant player, so this hole will most likely play as a backhand for me during the tournament, but then again, working on the forehand, so we'll see how this plays. Yeah, that's safe, but I guess we'll see. More rounds to go. This is a very small green.
Yeah, it is. It's,
I mean, that's good. I mean, yeah, really, if you're inside this green, you're feeling pretty good.
I think with it being hazard though, I think it's well sized.
Yeah, true. I kind of like these island holes with hazards. I mean, we just played one at Des Moines, but I think it's a cool element that could probably be incorporated a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure. I think.
Instead of just like throwing us to a 150-foot drop zone, like give us the putt that we left ourselves with, but yeah, understanding the stroke penalty.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so I guess there's no relief off these rocks, which is going to be kind of a tricky part of this hole. I'll take my flip. Oh, right side.
I'm not gonna take my relief off the rocks. I'm just gonna make it. Oh no!
That's what he gets, y'all.
That's what I get. Yeah, these are ideal.
Yeah, if you can.
Put it in the front hill. Make your 12-footer.
I don't know, I'm really not convinced on what I want to throw on this one. I might take a couple more shots, or maybe we'll put it up to a pole for you guys. Should I throw backhand or forehand?
I feel like this is one of those holes where you kind of go in the tournament and see what you're feeling, depending on the wind, depending on what the conditions are. I think you definitely can figure out a way to put it 200 feet through a gap to the basket.
Oh yeah, I think if all the skinny ones are gone, it's great.
Yeah.
Hole 3 is a par 4, just over 600 feet. This one is an extremely technical and specific tee shot. Very skinny gaps here. I'm not sure which one is really the intended gap necessarily, but this straight ahead gap with the little pathway through it, I think is gonna offer a little forehand roller lane, as well as just backhands or forehands. Anything that gets out of this gap, you're gonna be happy, but you do need to push it up onto the hill to give yourself a better angle into the second here. I'm gonna go pioneer forehand roller, and if I go long OB, I don't think that'll be a terrible spot, honestly. Oh yeah. Well, I didn't beat the gap, so it's gonna be trouble.
Yeah, keeping it skinny is probably gonna be pretty important. I mean, I feel like anything out the gap, you'll have at least 400 to 450 in the pin, so you can definitely get up and down. But yeah, let's just see if we can actually hit one. Oh, baller, first try.
You know what? I do like that play. I'm gonna try one of those.
Yeah, it just feels like kind of most straightforward. It's like a super stable disc, soft. I'm gonna try this straight down the middle, but I don't know, maybe even like line up here to the left gap.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of throws with 1 foot on the tee pad,
Yeah.
questionable foot faults this weekend.
Yep.
What do you think, Cole? Do you see anyone get their back foot really off before they throw?
I don't know. I think
Shots like this? I don't hate amending our rules to where we just need one on the surface or something like that, because I feel like
it's hard because like when people say they're gonna be like, all right, I'm just gonna lift my foot up before I throw, like situations like that is like, okay.
Usually
because
low power situations you can execute stuff like that, but I feel like when you're trying to throw like a smooth, actual powerful shot, it's like
yeah, I don't know. I think you give the player the benefit of the doubt because it's such a small error zone, I guess.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I think there needs to be a way to do it so that it's pretty clear and obvious to everybody that there's nothing suspicious happening.
Let's just make good tee pads, big tee pads.
Yeah, for sure.
And then it's all solved.
And look at golf tee pads.
All right, I'm just gonna pitch up to this little Mario drainage pipe. If I make it in, I get to level up. Come on. Ah. Car play.
Yeah, even this is a tough shot with just the way the green slopes. If you're trying to come in with a backhand hyzer, it's just gonna wanna kind of skip down left towards the out of bounds. So I think for me, I'm probably gonna try to go straight at it with like someone like a bonsai or a tsunami, like a fairway driver. Let's see how far it is though. All right, I got about 415. It's pretty comfortable bonsai if I throw it hard. I guess it is a little bit uphill. I'd say like with where the basket is, the OB is probably about 40 short of that. So you're probably giving yourself a little bit of space in front of the bucket. That was a pretty poor shot, but it'll be in bounds.
Get down. Yeah.
I'll try one more. I'll actually throw the hyzer.
Yeah.
I am interested to see how that works, but those poles and power lines, I feel like come into play more than you think.
Yeah, you're kind of just hitting your shape and hoping to miss them. You got them.
Yeah, split them.
Field goal.
Yep. Just feels a little bit lucky.
All right, I have kind of two different options. 340 in. I could go hyzer, I could go straight. I guess I have three options. I can go forehand. I'm gonna go forehand. Try to warm the forehand up for the rest of the course. And it suits the angle of the green well. Big trust, that thing is a fight.
Was that a stiletto?
That was a stiletto.
Okay.
And that was out of bounds.
Do you think that's maybe a little too overstable for the shot? Or
Yeah,
not really?
it probably is. I probably really need to throw like my straight Pioneer at it and slower and actually trust that I do have the stuff I need.
I think it's easier to pull it left if you're trying to go all hyzer with a big one.
Yeah.
Because then you like
Caddy Cole.
Yeah, because then if you like go a little too early with the overstable, then it brings the right side in play. But I like that flat one. Okay, so now we're getting a good look at the green. So you got a good like, I don't know, maybe even close to 55 feet before the basket. So I mean, really anything towards this circle's edge up here is going to be pretty good. I imagine just getting out the gap is going to be pretty tough. So par is not going to be too bad, but definitely want to capitalize the birdie if you have the opportunity.
Come on.
Oh, didn't want it. That one did.
He knew it. We're taking the Pioneer. That was the right adjustment. Oh, just let it rise in that headwind. I would say the rebar flagpoles I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of. Obviously you don't want to hit the flagpole, but chew your disc up a little bit.
I feel like every year on tour it's getting a little bit harder to get to the greens, so that just makes your circle one putts a lot more important. If you're not making your circle ones, you're gonna be struggling. So I just think about it with holes like this where it's tough to kind of get out the gap, and then you want to land your upshot like with the slope and in the green. Like you really want to capitalize on those putts if you have them.
Yeah, I like the way this hole feels like it puts pressure on every shot.
All right, we're here at hole 4. We got about 835 feet to the bucket. We're gonna go down to the landing zone and then down right. You probably got a good 390 off the tee to get yourself up nice for the corner, and then another 400, 420 from there. So it's really just not pinching yourself off short or pushing it too deep. If you can throw just a solid like 380-foot forehand hyzer or whatever you're most comfortable with getting down to the corner, you're gonna be left with a good shot up to the basket. All right, I'm thinking like probably like a pure hyzer distance driver. Just like pushing those middle big trees there.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. That's a bit fluffed.
A little high.
Yeah, high and fluffed. That's all right, working on new stuff with the forehand, so just gotta tune some things.
I'm gonna take forehand as well with this drive.
That looks good, maybe a little inside.
Yeah, that is inside as well. Okay.
Hurt some branches. I feel like
that might discourage me from throwing forehand then if that's not good.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, it looks far enough to those trees where I might just throw like a smooth mid-range. And even if I'm a little bit left, as long as I'm out of those bushes, I want to have a shot into the basket.
Yeah, yesterday I kind of flexed it to get where I wanted to go, and maybe I don't want to throw a flex. That looks great.
Yeah, a little soft mid-range.
Yeah, I'm gonna play a trust. I think that might be a better play for just less bad results. Oh, I got greedy on it. Dang it, Connor, I was supposed to be a safe one.
It's definitely important to think about the miss and make sure you miss on the right side, or in this case, the left side.
The proper side.
The proper side. Oh, that thing's getting flippy on me.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
I like that
trust.
first one out left.
Stable trust, final answer.
Definitely the downhill makes it pick up speed, so.
Yeah. Dang, well this isn't a crap spot. I'm just gonna pretend I threw it right there, y'all. Practice. That's, I mean, I can practice that, whatever. All right, I'll throw a dumb shot.
Yeah, I don't want to be fake around here.
All right. A little long of the ideal landing zone, but I'm gonna get probably overly aggressive with this flippy ride. Roll, baby. Not what I was going for, but let's stay out of the woods. Okay, that's edge. That's fine. We can par from there.
All right, that's probably 426 feet from here, as I kind of predicted. Yeah, anything I think down this landing zone is gonna be really nice. And then a little bit of a left to right slope on the green. Honestly, it might not be a bad idea to throw it mid. Don't really want to go super long on this one. A little bit of a hyzer flip, a little bit of turn. I mean, that's fine, even like, that's definitely a pin high. I think with this downhill, it wants to carry as well, so mid-range is gonna be definitely a good play on this shot. Try a little more overstable of a disc, pushing that a little flex line. Oh, got over on it. Yeah, I definitely want a hyzer flip here.
All right, here's the spot I'll be in when I throw a good drive. I'm gonna try to get there with the mid-range as well.
Turn, 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 turn.
Flip, buddy. Yeah, that's a good miss.
Yep.
High side, had the potential, just needed to be about half the height. All right, got her drop to the knee. Oh, wow, what a tree.
What if you did like your savior from there on a
I
little
should
bit
have
of
went forehand, actually. I don't know what I was thinking. The forehand's like super clean.
Oh yeah.
That's why you take your time. Look at all sides of your lie. Don't just step up and rush it because you're filming.
Don't be like Connor.
Exactly. For the highlight reel.
All right, here we are with that mid-range shot. I really like the distance of a mid-range. I'm glad I put that fairway back in the bag. There is some OB and rough deep, and if you sail this basket, this hill just keeps sloping. So the mid-range, even a little too turned over, put me inside the circle. Oh no, that's a terrible putt. Try again. There we go.
Whew, nothing like a little run to wake you up.
This looks like an Idlewild hole right here.
All right, hole 5 is a par 4. We stepped up to the tee and Cole said this one looks like an Idlewild hole, and it definitely does. Got those slopes and the tight gaps that we're used to seeing out there. The key here is really to hit this gap on the left side. If you can push it all the way to the top of the hill or somehow fade to the right inside of some of these trees, you're gonna find an ideal landing zone. Really demanding first drive, and second shot, not a whole lot easier. Plays over a pond. Hole with a lot of good character. I'm excited to see how it grows in. Flippy rive. Poke and spray. Oh, it's so flippy. Why did I throw that? Learning lessons in practice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with my like straight hypercane, so not like super beefy, but you definitely want to be on the straighter side for this drive. Tee pads are a little slick for the rain today.
Yeah, these tees don't have a lot of texture.
Yeah.
No problem for Cole though.
I'll take that drive all day, every day, but this footing is not ideal.
Yeah, I'm not loving. The length could be a little better on a lot of them as well. I feel, especially as a taller guy, it's like hard for us to get our run up on the tee without some kind of awkward transition step. All right, definitely should have beefed up off that drive. I feel like I'm just all arming it because of the tee pad.
Yeah.
Not good.
I'm gonna throw back in, just like, sometimes on holes like this, it's good to even just get it straight. So if some people can like hit the gap a little more confidently with the backhand, it's not even a bad play. Jeez, this is just,
It's really bad.
it's just an ice rink. And these are like new shoes. First round was like last week.
Yeah, I haven't had an issue on it.
They're
I feel like we're just throwing all upper body.
Yeah, there's like no.
All right, I'm gonna try
Lower body
one back in as well. Oh my God, you can see the slip there.
Yeah.
That's a
No
good shot.
problem for you though, geez.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, we like the property. Hopefully we can get the tees resurfaced in time, because not safe, not good.
My shot's not that bad,
my
but
first.
up here is ideal. You can go like a spike hyzer even. This looks like a putter shot, but I think I'm just gonna go mid-range. This footing is not ideal. If you can push it up kind of to where my bag is a little bit further, there's a big spike hyzer over the top. It looks very appealing. But again, like just even getting up there is really hard. So that would be kind of a good reward. Let's try this backhand though. There's even like a little wide turnover.
Yeah.
Like, is that even a good
I think
play?
that might be the biggest gap on that side.
Yeah. I'm gonna go tight just because this lines up better for here.
Hit it. Good shot, Cole.
Thank you. Yep, that's a good one.
And I'm gonna take you guys down the left side of this gap with the forehand. Oh my God, I hit the last little guardian. That gap is really close to clean, but I feel like, I don't know, that shot felt like it was everything I could do. Here's what it is.
I'm gonna put my disc right here where I want it during the tournament and just see how this spike hyzer works out. 'Cause it's calling my name. Might be a bit deep.
I'm just leaving disc left and right.
Nope, it's 20 feet deep. Awesome. Birdie. Oh, no way. I didn't even see it fall out.
All right, long birdie look. Got a hyzer around the tree. Oh, come back. Got hornet flying after me. Get out of here. Oh.
Don't come near us. Get away from us. It's on your head.
That's it. I'm getting off this hole. I'm not finishing out. This thing is relentless.
We're here at hole number 6. This is a par 4, 588 feet. You want to go just to the crest of that hill, and then it goes down to the left into the woods. It goes down this little slope back up on a sloped green to the basket. You really don't want to go too far left because it's a tough little downhill slope with the footing. So like Connor was saying, you definitely want to be kind of just the crest of this hill for some good footing and set yourself up with a bigger gap to access the basket. It's nice, we kind of have a little hyzer out here. I'm not going to go super low ceiling.
That'll be birdieable.
Yeah. Maybe a little short. I might want to push that a little deeper.
Yeah, I think if you can get like 20 feet longer than that, it'll be ideal, but
Yeah.
you're gonna be close to that window.
It's just a matter of flattening it out a little bit.
I'm gonna go Savior, same type of line.
Nice.
I think I like that.
Yeah.
Man, even on the dry tee, having the mud just.
Yeah,
I gotta say,
definitely.
I think our
There's
biggest
this-
piece of feedback, if anyone here is from the Kansas City area listening to this,
Yep.
we appreciate all the hard work. Course is looking good. Potential is there, but this teeing surface is just not conducive to the high level shots we want to see. And it's just gonna make people injury prone, and it's gonna make the conditions really affect the play a lot more than you'd like for the teeing surface, which is something that everyone has to play on every shot, you know?
Like you're saying, I think we're in a good spot. We just want to be a little bit further to open up that line. I might not be too bad. I don't have a hyzer in there, but yeah, it does pinch off a little bit.
330 feet from mine to the basket. I'm gonna play straight at it with the trust. Little hyzer out of hand, hope for it to stand straight. It did what I wanted, but I just chose a little too flat of an angle. It was a good shot though, happy with that.
All right, I'm pretty pinched off on a hyzer, but something you can kind of learn and take away is that doesn't always mean you want to throw an overstable disc. If you can punch like more understable disc on a lot of hyzer, it'll move left, but it'll just gradually flip up and push a little straighter. So that's what I'm gonna try to do here with my Rift. I really want to throw a quake on this shot, but I think if it hyzers out too much, I'm gonna be fading and skipping down that hill. A little bit of flip.
Full of knowledge, putting on a clinic for you guys. What a shot.
Sweet.
Well explained, and then he executed it. That's hard to do.
Let's go. Yeah, it's definitely a shot. I love throwing now.
Yeah.
If you can hit those gaps with hyzer and just watch it flip up, oh, it's so satisfying.
There's Shelton Springs. I love that. I think there's a lot of that shot in that course.
Oh yeah.
Like flippy disc on hyzer that just stands so straight. Like, I had a lot of fun throwing that. Make the gap a little bigger.
I feel like that was one of my mistakes. Like early on tour was just because it went left, I went overstable.
Yeah.
But if you can really control understable, that's where you get that extra edge on a lot of people.
I think it's important as a player, learn to throw power first, because if you kind of try to learn touch and then add power later, like,
yeah,
it's gonna be harder, but add that power and then the touch will always come.
Absolutely.
I've either got like a tiny little gap straight at it, which seems kind of fun right now, but a safer play would probably be the ante around, but you know what? Megan's here, we're framed up. Let's send it through the tiny gap. Well,
wow.
Somehow made it through the trees.
So mine was a little bit high coming through the gap, so I pushed a little bit long, but nonetheless, like on that pinch of an angle, still got a circle one putt, will not complain. So probably about 29 feet. Buckets.
I feel like my biggest keys to success on this course this weekend are obviously to hit your gaps, because there's a lot of them on the course, and a lot of times it doesn't matter whether you finish left or right through the gap, or a little high or a little low, just a matter of getting through those gaps, progressing.
Absolutely.
I think staying patient. Of course, this tight, this much out of bounds in the open, this many tight little gaps, you're gonna have a shot or two where you feel like you threw it pretty good and it's not gonna work out. You're gonna watch a card mate shank a shot that's gonna work out, and you're gonna have to stay patient throughout the round and then make circle two putts, because that's always good, especially in the woods. Hole 7 is one of my favorite holes on the course that we've seen so far. 411 foot par 3. Pretty nicely sized gap here off the tee. You got to push the disc either as a right-hand, backhand player, hyzer that's going to stand up throughout the flight, or play something a little more stable, kind of flat or worked over and let it fight out. I'm going to go with my ThrowJoes Explorer. A little bit of hyzer, let it stand throughout the flight.
Oh, that's so good. Flip a little more.
Oh yeah, just
a little
barely too much hyzer, but pretty close to the shape.
Yeah. I like Connor's idea going with like the slower fairway, like 7 or 8 speed. I'm gonna be going with my PL Bonsai. Kind of want to hit that right side on a little bit of hyzer, let it flip up a little bit, head towards the basket.
There's the clean one. Come on, push it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's good. I don't think I'm pin high, but I'm definitely gonna be close to the circle's edge.
I'm gonna try one more, try that different line for you guys. Going honor, kind of drag over the top just a little bit. Just a little flat on it. Same tree, I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna throw one more with a little faster disc, go kind of similar to flat line that Connor's trying. A little bit of turn, nope. That disc is very straight.
What disc is that?
That's a Tsunami.
Okay. And that's a what, 9 speed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pretty beat one. It likes to go pretty straight, especially in the wind, but it definitely has quite a bit of stability left. It's one of those like bomber fairways that's always good to have in the bag.
What's your tour series? What can the people do to support you with that?
I have my Tour Series disc is a Pipeline this year from DGA. It's a very controllable 7-speed disc, so like that pink Bonsai I just threw, that one's going to be a lot more overstable, but the Pipeline is going to be pretty understable 7-speed. Depends on your arm speed. Some people love it for some like straight shots similar to a T-Bird, but will fly a little bit straighter for you. But they also bomb, they go very far.
Kind of like a river-esque?
So,
Maybe
yeah.
a little more stable than the river?
Yeah, probably a little more stable than the river. I'm thinking like probably closer to an Explorer, but a little more understable. So yeah, definitely go check those out.
Sounds like a good one. Would probably complement the Conor O'Reilly River pretty good too, I
bet. DGA.com/Cole Redalen should be right there.
Sock Mount Slammer. Oh, sawed it. It's right. I was trying to make it.
All right, so I don't know what I was thinking. I thought it was gonna be like circle's edge short, but I actually got up to the basket. I'm about 20 feet away for my birdie. Some trees in the way, but it shouldn't be a big deal.
of those courses, there's a lot of birdies available, but nothing really feels like a must get so far. Everything has to be earned, so that's good.
All right, we're here at hole 8. Definitely a very tight gap off the tee. We've seen a lot of these holes. Definitely gonna be a common theme on this course. There's a lot of tight gaps right off the tee pad. So you definitely want to get clean off the tee here. Straight to that kind of short basket you can see on the left. That's gonna be your FPO basket for the week. But for our basket is gonna be a par 4, kind of up and over the hill down to the right. So goals are probably just gonna be to put it next to that short basket right there and then have a look going over the hill. Most importantly, just get out the gap so that you have something going into the green. I'm gonna throw like probably a hyzer flip mids again. Feel a little bit more confident hitting gaps with hyzers, so just gonna try to ace that FPO basket and get a look. I still feel like I have no trust on my feet.
Yeah.
It's just so hard.
I'm gonna go forehand, and I'm really gonna pinch the left side of this tee box. I think it kind of opens the gap up for me. Take my straight Pioneer.
Nice. Yeah.
Got the gap.
All right. I'm gonna try one more. I'm gonna try that rift on a hyzer flip line again. Gosh,
I saw that one.
There's nothing there. All right, I'll try the forehand. Maybe it'll be a little bit easier to stay on your feet.
Yeah, Chandler Kramer is gonna like this course.
Yep. Yeah, anything out the gap, whatever you're most comfortable with. It'll probably be a backhand for me if these tee pads dry up, but yeah, for right now, I guess it's the forehand.
I got like 440 feet into the basket or so, kind of headwind over this hill, a little blind, so I'm just gonna send it.
That looks great.
I didn't know what I was doing with my run up, then all of a sudden I found the sink in the last like 2 steps and just ripped it.
Yeah, that's great.
It's uphill run up sometimes, you don't really know what's going on until you hit it.
All right, I'm out the gap. Just really looking to get in that big cluster of trees. The basket's kind of at the bottom of them, so even if I can crash them, won't be too mad. As long as I get it there. That's gonna be a bit short. I'll try one more. If I'm gonna throw a hyzer, I definitely wanna go flippier so it can get the carry forward. Definitely throw flippier if you're gonna throw uphill. All right,
Wow,
so
I thought I threw it so good.
here's our 3 shots here. Connor was a bit further back than me. That's actually pretty good for where he was. I kind of cut the corner a little bit more to the right, so I had a little closer to the basket, but more overstable disc was a bit shorter than my less overstable disc. But yeah, it's good to know that I can throw it definitely a lot harder to try to get to this basket. Really, I mean, if you're inside those bushes, you're inside the circle. So if you get caught in the middle of one, you probably still have a little bit of a look.
Yeah, when in doubt, juice it up on this next shot on hole 8 here.
Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
Another one just back at me. Come on, bring it.
That wouldn't happen if you put it in. Go! Oh no.
Come on.
That wouldn't happen if I would have put it in. Oh, it's gonna turn over.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're out.
That basket made me eat my words.
The course, see, that's what we like about these practice round videos. The course shows us everything that it can do nasty to us. And then come tourney time, we understand how it wants it and we take it to it nice and gentle.
Oh! Oh my god. Hey, that was my main putter.
Dang, I can wipe, you can wipe it off.
So mean, bro.
It didn't affect the slightly.
I don't know, dude. Look at this. It's so flippy now.
Oh, damn, yeah.
So flippy.
This is our final hole of the front 9 out here at the Bad Rock Creek Disc Golf Course. This is Cole's first time looking at it. I played yesterday, so my second time. It's a beast of a course. The property has a lot of potential. Excited to see it. Like we said, it continued to develop. Finishing off kind of on theme. Very tight gap, 270 feet, but it's gonna play all of 300 feet to get it into circle 1, especially with the low ceiling presented with us late. Forehand or backhand plays here. I'm gonna take the forehand and just try to jam it straight towards the basket. Once again, use the left side of the tee, open up the gap. Oh, so high. Yep. Easy par.
On a hole like this, where it's kind of low ceiling and it kind of plays uphill, I'm just gonna go with a driver or something I'm most comfortable hitting the gap with as well. But you just wanna make sure you get the height and try to go past the basket. If I try to go past the basket, worst I have is probably gonna be like 20 to 25 feet. So throw it hard and hit the gap.
Great alignment.
Yeah, a
Ooh.
little low, but that's really hard to get it much higher. I'm gonna go forehand with a distance driver.
That's the tree, I'm telling you.
That's the one. Yeah, I play in the uphill. It's maybe 15 feet. All right, here's where my drive landed. Got kind of stuffed by the grass, so try to get that higher during the tournament, but honestly, even with this look, I'd probably be pretty happy, so. Calling it, buckets. Oh my goodness. That wasn't even close. It's okay. Bit short. Oh, a little right side. Good
Good
catch.
thing it's not the Prodigy basket.
Good catch.
All right, that is all for the front nine. Follow us to the other side of the street where Cole will be bringing us the back nine.
Here we go.
Only Cole.